Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Canton Pavilion for this afternoon's Northern Athletic Conference high school hockey game between the Massena Red Raiders and the Canton Golden Bears. I'm Jerry Manor along with Dave McLennan as we get ready for this afternoon's encounter. The Golden Bears and the Massena Red Raiders getting ready to play here. It's a non-league game as Canton has dropped down to Division II this year, but you may recall a couple of months ago, or a month and a half ago, back in Massena, the Golden Bears got a great goaltending performance from Tom Bissell. It ended up being a 4-2 Massena victory with an open net goal. A super game, David.
Yes, it was a super game down in Massena, and we expect more of the same today. I think one of the keys for the Bears would be the goaltending of Tommy Bissell. He's got to come up really strong like he did in that first game, and Coach Randy Brown feels that he is the premier goaltender in the NAC. This is a very young Canton team, Jerry. On the first 10 forwards that got it, 1 8th grader, 6 sophomores, 2 juniors, and a senior. And the senior is actually the 10th forward. On defense, they start
well, especially if Bissell can play well in the nets.
That's the key for Massena, Jerry, is intensity. You mentioned it's not a divisional game, and we're looking at the Bears are the underdogs, and I think that's going to work in their favor. Massena's expected to win. So Canton being the underdog, they said, hey, we haven't got anything to lose in this situation. We've got that great goaltender back there. So intensity is the key for Massena. They have to come out strong and play like it were a divisional game. Another thing, Jerry, I don't know if you picked up or not, usually when you go on the road, you wear the dark uniforms. The Raiders are wearing their home whites here this afternoon, and the Golden Bears, their road dark brown and golden trim. So this is a switch.
Yeah, that's a little unusual. Tom Bissell will be defending the goal right below us. We're situated at one end of the pavilion, the lobby end of the pavilion, and so Massena will be coming toward us this period. Canton going away from us. Todd Hayes defending the goal at the other end of the ice. Off the face-off, the puck dumped in the Massena end. Hill wraps it around the boards and is backhanded out to center ice. Aaron Barkley is there at the red line. He leaves it for Jason Jackson. Jackson's line out there. Jackson, Cameron, and Hewlett. Jackson feeds Cameron right back to Jackson in the zone. Right side of the goaltender Bissell. He's ridden into the boards by Dan Jacobs. Jackson trying to stay with it. Centers it. Cameron's shot is knocked down, and the puck comes back to the blue line, and the Golden Bears move it out. Jason Jackson stealing the headman. Jackson flips it ahead to Hewlett. Hewlett waved at it but missed it, and it comes in, and Bissell leaves it on the side for Hill, the Canton defenseman. Here comes Hill now, skating it out of his own end. Hill gets by Tommy Moore as Massena's changed line here. Now he goes by Barkley in the corner, and LaBarge is there to kick it over to the other corner, and they move it out to the blue line. It slides all the way down the ice, but somebody touched it on the way through. They wave it off, and Thad Green for Canton has to race back after. He's got Jake Morris on him. Green moves it back to the point, kept in, though, by Tommy Post. Post whacks at it, goes to Tommy Moore. Moore trying to stick handle it, poked away from him. Moore keeps it in, though, and flips it in behind the net. Over on the other side, after it is Brian Coakley. Coakley bangs it off the boards. Tommy Moore is there. Centering pass. Morris whacks at it, but he couldn't get the stick on it. Now Moore in the corner. Goes to Bigelow. Bigelow center. Jake Morris shot. He fired it high and wide. Puck goes around the boards back to Collins at the point. He flips it in behind the net. After Tommy Moore, he throws a check. The puck squirts around the boards, and Coakley trying to move it ahead. They move it out to center ice, and Jeff Butterfield just dumps it down the ice. That'll be an icing call against the Canton Golden Bears. 13:21 left in period number 1. On the Peach Jewelers scoreboard, it's 0-0.
You mentioned our vantage spot, Jerry, and I agree with you. I don't like it from the end, but one plus that when it is down at this end, we've got a beautiful view. We're right up over the top of Tommy Bissell, probably 15 feet above the ice here at the south end. The Raiders that time started the Jason Jackson line instead of the Jake Morris line, Jerry.
Off the face-off, it's the Fauché line. Here's LaBarge, the big drive, and the save by Bissell. Whitcup gets knocked down, but he comes up with the puck in the corner, left side of Bissell. Looking to center it. Whitcup has it poked away. Picking it up there is Derek Sanderson. Stolen away from him by Fauché in the corner again. The puck around the boards. They jam at it. Fauché is, or I should say Whitcup is in there. Gets to Fauché. Side of the net. Right front shot. Score McCracken on a beautiful feed by Joey Fauché.
A beautiful feed by Joey Fauché, but a great job also by Bobby Whitcup in the corner. He tied up 2 Canton players, tied them up literally, left the puck at his feet. Joey Fauché came in, picked up the puck, danced out of the corner to the left of Tommy Bissell, and breaking for the open net, number 11, Scotty McCracken. Joey Fauché hit him perfect, right on the blade from about 10 feet out. He just redirected it. A great three-way play, all three of them involved. Great job.
Off the face-off, Fauché directs it to the Canton blue line, poked away by Thad Green. Comes to the Massena line. Jason LaBarge is there. Here's LaBarge. Bounce pass. It comes to Whitcup. He gets knocked down. Trying to drive it back in the zone. It slides. Here's a chance. The shot. And it goes wide. The red light came on, but it was quite wide. Back to the blue line. Kept in at the point by the Golden Bears. Robbie Parcells. He flips it in behind the net. Hard check thrown by LaBarge. Where's the puck? It's kicked free, and Fauché goes after it in behind the net. Here's Joey with it, stepping by some traffic, and it slides to the blue line, but not out. Now it comes to LaBarge. LaBarge bangs it ahead, and into the Canton zone it goes. Thad Green with it. Massena almost gets caught. Here comes Danny Bullock. Flips it into the Massena zone. Parcells picks it up there, trying to get by a check. And Jackson flips the puck around the boards. Is that Jason Jackson line? Hill keeps it in at the point. Hill winds up his shot, and it goes wide. The puck comes in behind the net. I don't know if Hayes got a piece of that or not. Now the puck cleared along the boards to Cameron. Trying to feed Jackson, goes by him out to center ice. Hill is there for the Golden Bears. Steve Hill at his own blue line, flips it ahead. Cameron picks up that puck, circles around, has it knocked away, and is poke checked in the zone by Jeff Butterfield. Massena zone, in behind the net. Tommy Post with it. Picks up the loose puck, flips it on the side for Jackson. Jackson circles, takes it right in front of his net. Now he flips it on the wing to Post, back to Jackson, and here comes Jackson to Cameron. Chris breaks by one. Here comes Cameron, trying to bounce it in front to Hewlett. It goes wide, the net's off its moorings. And very unselfish play by Chris Cameron, but I think he may have had a better shot that time.
Yeah, I think so. That was a great start. Tommy Post started that out of his own end. A great pass to Jason Jackson was given to go. Jackson to Post, back to Jackson. Jackson took it on the fly, hit Chris Cameron busting down that left side, and he put that patented move that he likes to slip the puck between the defenders, shows him the puck and puts it between his feet and danced around him. And he elected to pass to his winger, breaking in young Mr. Hewlett, but I think he might have had a better shot himself.
Jackson will face off against Parcells. And on the Pete scoreboard, Massena leads it 1-0, about 11:15 left to play in the first period. Off the draw, the puck whips around the boards. Thad Green after it. He and Cameron jam. Jason Jackson's in there to poke it into the corner, and Cameron goes after it along with Parcells. They go into the boards together. Green picks up the loose puck, flips it along the boards. Bullock tries to get it out. He gets it ahead to Parcells. Here comes Parcells. And Cameron rides him into the boards, and the puck comes to Cameron behind the net. Here's Chris with it, swiping it around the boards for Hewlett. Hewlett, long headman pass, just trickles out to center ice. Green dumps it back in the zone. Around the boards it comes to Bullock. He just overskated it, and it rolls to center ice, and Jackson picks it up. Jackson has it taken away, dumped right back in the Massena zone, and we got an offsides or an icing. I guess it's an icing call, and the faceoff will move back into the Canton end to the left side of goaltender Tom Bassell. 10:31 left. First period on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard. Massena leads at 1-0.
I think Coach Randy Brown wanted to have the same game plan as he did the first game, stay close until the end. You don't like to see the opposition jump out early, but that was a beautiful goal. And we got a fast-paced game going on here, Jerry.
Off the face-off, Canton controls. Breaking out is Mike Bouchoff. He flips it in the Massena zone. Hayes leaves it side of the net for Brian Levac. Levac in the corner now, gets taken into the board, stays with it, tries to stay with it. Puck still free. Jake Morris picks it up. Here comes Morris through traffic to center ice. Jake moving it. Stick handles across the blue line. Breezes by the defenseman. Shot scored! Jake Morris. He just kissed the goalpost, and in it went, and Massena goes up 2-0.
I'll tell you, he went around. He came down at a full head of speed. Danny Jacobs, number 4 out there, playing the right defense. Jake went around him like he was set in concrete. Went around him at the top of the circle, cut inside. The other Canton defenseman was trying to pinch him off. Tommy Bassell had good angles on it. It was just one small little corner up on the top far side of Tommy Bassell's glove side, and Jake found it. Beautiful shot, but Jerry, just that burst of speed. Great goal.
That's what, fifth gear, right?
That
shifted into fifth.
That was 4.5 possibly. I think he's got a little bit more left.
Okay. Off the faceoff, here comes Jake again, flipping it ahead to Biggs. Biggs to Tommy Moore. Moore shot. Nice save by Bassell. Puck goes into the corner. Nice three-way pass play by Massena. Excellent. Bouncing puck. Comes free in front. Bigelow keeps it. Now it's taken away from him. Flipped out to center ice. Dumped right back in the zone. Massena clears the zone. Gets onside. It comes to Stevie Hill. Hill flips it around the boards. In the corner, Tommy Moore digging for it. Moore looking to center. He's ridden into the boards. Bigelow picks it up. Bigelow gets tied up by Hill. The puck comes free. It's picked up there by Andy Crow. And Crow flips it to center ice. Tommy Moore is there. Moore turns it around, starts it back. Here's Moore trying to flip it ahead to Jeff Bigelow. and Bigelow got knocked down at the blue line. It comes back in the Canton zone. Massena making a line change now. The Fauché line out there. Joey with a puck looking to steal it. Here comes Fauché. Feeds Whitcup. Oh, bounced just away from him. Back to the point, now to center ice. Brian Levac is there to circle it at the blue line. Goes to McCracken. Goes by him. McCracken now Fauché racing for it. Fauché gets upended on the play. The puck comes free to Eddie Fay, but he can't get it out. Here's Brian Levac, the drive, and big save by Bassell. The bouncing puck. Labarge, his shot. He fires it wide. And the puck comes into the corner to Thad Green. And Green's going to start it out for Canton. Gets to center ice. McCracken intercepts. Takes it back. Feeds through to Whitcup. Here comes Whitcup breaking in the zone. Bounce pass back to McCracken. He's too well tied up. Whitcup after it in the corner. He's ridden into the boards. He's down on the ice. And he just got sandwiched by two Canton players. Let me see here. That was Brian Coakley for one. And I think the other player was Jeremiah Foote. And Whitcup is down right below us. And I think Timmy Long is going to come out on the ice.
You named the two attackers, and they really gave Bobby Whitcup a ride right down below us, directly below us. But he's a tough cookie. He's a little groggy right now. They got him up on his feet. I don't know. Maybe they should wait till the coaching staff gets out there. He is a little shaky. But Brian Coakley and Jeremiah Foote both converged on Bobby Whitcup behind the net. That just a second out, Jerry. That three-way passing play with Jake Morris, Jeff Bigelow, and Tommy Moore. You won't find a better... that was beautiful. It was beautiful right in front of us, and I think Tommy delayed just a second before he triggered it. If he had it back, he might trigger it. About a half a second sooner, he allowed Tommy Vassell to slide across the crease and pick him up. But what a beautiful play. Those two goals, we didn't give them officially. The first one, the 2:03 mark, Scotty McCracken, that would be Scotty's 11th of the year. Joey Fauché and Bobby Whitcup picking up assists. And Jake Morris at the 4:51 is 21st of the year from Tommy Moore.
Off the face-off, we've got the Jackson line out there. Here's the shot from the point, and it's gloved by Hayes, and he's going to hold on. That was wide, actually, but wasn't it?
I don't know. I can't tell from this angle how much of that short side, but it looks spectacular anyway, Jerry, from this angle. That was got the oohing and ahhing from this nice-sized crowd here at the Canton Pavilion.
Rob Parcells line out for Canton. Parcells, Bullock, and Martin. Off the face-off. Oh, the puck bounces around. Tommy Post comes up with it, starts out right side. Trying to flip it ahead, intercepted but knocked away. Comes back to the blue line, kept in at the point. One of the Massena players lost his stick, but the Raiders have the puck now as Tommy Post, in behind the net, gets tied up. Puck comes free around the boards to Bigelow, and he breaks it out of there. Here comes Bigelow. Right across, he lost it in the broken stick. Jason Jackson, this is a different combination here. Jackson back to Bigelow, intercepted by Hill to the Massena blue line. Jason Labarge is there for the Raiders. He flips it off the glass. Bigelow waves at it. Poked by Jackson. Here comes Jason. Flips it by one. Here comes Jackson breaking in on the right side, trying to center it. It's knocked down. Bigelow comes after it. It goes in behind the net. He and Hill go together. The puck comes free to Parcells, and he starts out left side. Headman bounces to center ice. Right there is Chris Cameron. Cameron steps by a check, waits, just flips it inside the blue line. Meant for Jackson. Bounced back to the blue line, but not out. Here's Cameron. Cameron gets impeded. The puck comes free, and it's whacked around the boards by Danny Jacobs, and it rolls all the way back to the red line. Stopped there by Brian Levac. Nobody picks him up. He winds up, and the glove save made by Bassell. And we're going to have a whistle as Jeff Bigelow really got railed and went sliding right toward the net.
I don't know where everybody went on that play, especially Canton. The puck just came outside the Canton blue line, and Brian Levac was there. He picked it up. All of a sudden, everyone disappeared. Brian looked up. He had no one. He stepped across the blue line and unleashed about a 55-footer, and it was labeled for that top corner. Tommy Bassell, a good goalie, came out and cut that angle.
Jake Morris's line out there now. Back to the blue line, and it comes out to center ice. Here come the Golden Bears, moving it down. Bushaw ridden off the play by Levac, and Jake Morris picks up the puck. Hits Tommy Moore. Moore looking for Bigelow. Oh, it goes just behind him. And he comes back for it, through some traffic, controls the puck. Bigelow just dumps it, goes in behind the net. Kind of took a funny bounce. That Green picks up the loose puck. Here's Green behind his own net, starting out. Green breaks out on the right side. Headman pass goes out to center ice. Stopped by Barkley, but now it's poked away from him by Bushaw, all the way back in the Massena zone. Here's Levac, flipping it around the boards for Tommy Moore. Ice might be a little bit slow. Tommy had to wait for that one to come to him. Here comes Moore now. Bounce pass goes to Jake Morris. Morris lets it go through. Comes back in the Canton zone. Morris has it. Here's Morris feeding it right in front. Tommy Moore. Moore shot. Oh, big save by Bassell. And Tommy says, Darn, that's 2. And the puck comes back out to center ice. Basel's going to be a hard guy to beat. There's no doubt about it. Now the puck right at the blue line. We got delay penalty, and it's going to go against Massena for hooking. And let's see who got that one. It happened from behind as Carl Kotz was trying to pick up the puck, and he got hooked. Jake Morris.
Sure, is it Jake that's going to go?
No, wait a minute.
Maybe Tommy Post? I'm not sure, but...
it is Morris.
Okay, Jake's in the box. Tommy mentioned Tommy Morris sit in alone with Tommy Basel. Jake Morris set him up, and Tommy steamed in. You got to look up. He had the head down because Tommy Basel came way out of the net that time to cut the angle. All he had to do was just a little leak and go right around him, had himself an empty net. But you got to keep that head up.
Golden Bears on the power play. Massena leads it 2-0 on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard. Puck comes to Fauché. Fauché just slides it. Does he get it out? Not quite. Kept in at the point by Bullock. Here's Bullock at the blue line. Flips it right in front. Hill shot. Knocked down. Bouncing puck comes to the 45. Somebody blocked that shot. Must have been McCracken. Back to the point. Here's a shot by Thad Green. And it goes bouncing up over the glass and into the wall.
I'll tell you, they're allowing number 10, Danny Bullock, to park right in front like he had a reserve spot in front of Todd Hayes. And no Raider defenseman to even attempt to get him out of there. That shot came from the point, and Danny Bullock, he's as wide as an a semi there, and he just blocked everything. I don't know how Todd Hayes saw that, but he was able to get a stick on it and deflect it out of there.
1:05 left in the penalty. McCracken and Fauché stay out there. Joey wins the faceoff and dumps it into the Canton zone. Hill racing back for it. He stops. Looking, goes over on the other side for Thad Green. Green starts it out to center ice. Moving it to the Massena line. It slides in the zone. Fauché racing in after it in the corner. Picks up the loose puck. Takes it behind the net. Finds the hole. Dumps it to center ice. Hill picks it up at his own blue line. He's going to dump it in the Massena zone. Hayes blocks it into the corner. And picked up by Labarge. Labarge bounce pass to McCracken. Scotty turns it around. Flips it out to center ice. Canton trying to turn it back again. Stevie Hill with about 20 seconds left in the power play. Hill flips it across to Bullock. Bullock has to dump in the corner as he runs into some traffic. Here comes Labarge. Labarge loses it there to Mark Martin. Now back to Labarge. Martin takes it away again. Goes back to Hill at the point. Hill winds up the shot. And that was a field goal attempt. Goes up into the glass, and Fauché dumps it out to center ice again. 1 second. That'll take care of the penalty as Jake Morris steps to the bench, and Massena gets the extra guy back again. And after an initial flurry, actually Massena pretty much controlled Canton on the power play. Here's Fauché breaking down the left wing. Looks to headman. It's knocked down. Bounces back to the Massena line. Dump back, ahead it goes to Jackson. Jason turns at his own blue line. Here's Jackson, makes one move. Here comes Jackson, building up ahead of steam across the blue line. He shoots. It goes high over the net on the deflection. Chris Cameron in the corner. Drops it back to the point. Here's Levac, the drive. Oh, that's wide. Puck back to the other point. Here's Collins. His drive goes off a leg into the corner. In behind the net, Hewlett with it. He digs for it. Trying to flip it free. It's taken away by Jeff Butterfield. Butterfield flips it out to center ice. Collins is there. Has it poked away. Canton breaking. Butterfield in on the left wing side. Here's Butterfield right in front. They sham at it, and Hayes makes the save. And it bounces back to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Finally, it's picked up there by Hewlett. Goes for Cameron on the wing. Cameron takes it across into the Canton zone. Makes that move again. Gets it right in front, but it's poked free. And the Golden Bears flip it out to center ice. But icing waved off as Collins touched it on the way through. 2-0 Massena on the Pete scoreboard with about 3.5 left in the first period. Here comes Levac now, looking to hit Jackson. He did in the back. Levac has to come back with it at his own blue line. This time he hits Jackson on the stick right where he wanted. And Jackson circles into the zone. Trying to get by Green. He gets upended, stays with it, bounces it in behind the net. Hill with it. Loses to Jackson right in front. Jackson shot. Basel. Big save for the Golden Bears. After it is Bigelow. Massena in the middle of a line change. He steals the puck. Out by the blue line. Flips it ahead for Cameron. Here comes Chris looking for Bigelow. Gets it back to him. Bigelow back shot. Score! Oh, what a nice goal. And Massena goes up 3-0.
Oh, tried to recap that one. That was a beautiful goal. It was a skirmish. It started when the Canton player gave it to Jason Jackson down in this corner, and Jason walked out of the corner. Tommy Basel had to make a great save. The Raiders kept it in the zone. Chris Cameron picked it up. He came across the crease and did about I won't say a 180, but he turned and drew. It's almost like he drew all the Canton players with him. He turned. Jeff Bigelow came down the slot. He found him with Chris found him with that great pass. Jeff came in on his backhand and slid one to the stick side of Tommy Vassell, who had no chance on it. A beautiful goal.
You've got to be very artful to beat this Vassell, and so far Massena has been.
Oh, they've been super goals.
Off the face-off, the puck comes into the Massena zone. They got a man in front. Parcells his shot, and I think that went wide. The bouncing puck goes to the side of the net, and it's controlled by Labarge. He breaks out from Massena. Jason builds up a head of steam across the blue line, stops. Feeds it right in front, deflected, score! By, let's see, Jake Morris on a beautiful feed by Jason Labarge. Morris just tipped it with a stick. Vassell, he valiantly saw it coming, tried to get back in time, and he just couldn't stop it. Massena goes up 4-0.
Tommy Vassell has had no chance in these 4 goals, and 3 of them have almost been identical with tip passes. No chance at all. His defense has kind of evaporated, but let's give credit. The Raiders are moving that puck something fierce. We said intensity at the top of the show. They've got the intensity. They're just moving that puck. Wow.
Off the face-off, puck back in the Massena zone again. The pass work today has just been something to behold. Here's McCracken with it, backhanding it around the boards. Aaron Barkley, he picks up a forechecker and Martin, but flips it ahead to Whitcup. Good to see Bobby out there. Now the puck goes to the side of the net. Whitcup just kind of waves at it and pokes it free. It comes to Levac. Levac ahead to McCracken, feeds his Poche to Whitcup. Whitcup breaking in the zone now, gets by the check. Here comes Bobby right in front, right on, and a save made by Vassell. That was an attempted pass that got deflected, went right on. Now the puck in the skates of Poche right in front. The backhander, McCracken, just wide on the save by Vassell. Massena really putting on the pressure now. Canton just trying to clear, they can't. Here's a drive by Levac at the point, and it goes by with Vassell wide. And finally, Hill just tomahawks it out to center ice. 1:45 left in the first period. Massena leads it 4-0. Here comes McCracken across the blue line. He slides it right on, and Vassell's going to cover up for the faceoff.
Tommy Vassell has got, they put 4 behind him, but I'll tell you, they could have had 10. He's made that many good saves. The Raiders are flying. In that last shift, they had 3 white shirts parked in front of them and 1 brown shirt, and it just deflected wide of the post. They're simply flying out there. Little Things department was 2-0 a few minutes ago. Massena got caught on a 2-on-1 situation. Todd Hayes just robbed Andy Crow on a great save. Instead of 2-1, it still stays 2-0. Now the Raiders are up 4. Little Things department, I'll tell you, they are flying.
Jackson out there to face it off against Butterfield. Back to the point. Post. His shot knocked down. Comes to Jackson on the rebound. Here's Jackson. Circles in front. Shot. Score! Jason Jackson. He kissed the goal post on the way in, and it's 5-0 Massena.
Little things, little things, little things. Chris Cameron, they're all giving him 5s out there because what he did, he occupied the Canton defenseman right out in front of Tommy Vassell. Jason Jackson picked it up at the top of the circle and weaved his way right in from the top of the circle. Chris Cameron just picked off the defenseman in front of him, and I don't know how Jason, he found the small corner on the glove side of Tommy Vassell, but the wheels have come off for the Bears right now, Jerry. We've got 1:27 left, and Massena up 5-0. Wow.
So Jason Jackson gets goal number 5 on the afternoon for the Massena Red Raiders. And the puck off the faceoff into the Massena zone post. As they move it ahead, tic-tac-toe, Cameron, Jackson. Jackson, he takes it across, but offsides will be the call.
And this Canton club, they're not a bad team. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with a couple years down the road. They're a very young club. They're not a bad club this year, but Massena is just playing their level today. I don't know when I've seen them move the puck any better than they have in this first period.
The Raiders really, we had a problem in OFA. That's been talked about till everybody's blue in the face. But, you kind of lose sight of what they did in the hockey game against Ogdensburg. They played well in that game, Dave, and moved the puck very well. And here they go again today. Hewlett gets upended, and the puck out to center ice, but Cameron is there. Cameron taken out of the play. The bouncing puck comes to the Massena line, goes by Collins. He turns it around. We got a penalty, and I think another Massena penalty for high sticking.
Yeah, George Dobbins is going to call Mike Hewlett for high sticking. It was just George is right on the play, and the Raiders are going to be down a man for 1.5 minutes, and the Bears on the power play. 1:02
left in period number 1. The Raiders lead it 5-0 as Hewlett goes off for high sticking.
We mentioned that we're here at the south end. The rink, the benches are over on the west side, and the penalty box right in between the 2 benches. The fans are all over on the east side. There's about 800 capacity here at the Canton Pavilion. They haven't got that many today, but
no. Off the face-off, the puck bounces. to the blue line, and Jake Morris, who's out killing with Bigelow, picks it ahead to Bigelow. Here comes Bigelow busting, gets upended, and trying to stay with it. We got a penalty as Bigelow just got a half step on the defenseman, and the defenseman had no choice but to haul him down. Biggs would have been in all by himself.
Jerry, I don't know, if I were a goaltender like Tommy Vassell, what I'd hate worse would be like a guy like Jake Morris or Jason Jackson, I know, that could come busting in on me and fake me right out of my socks and embarrass the hang out of me, or a guy like Jeff Bigelow coming in with that wild look in his face. I wouldn't be sure if he's going to come right through the net and put me in the nickel seats. I don't know what I'd be feared of most.
He's seen it all here, hasn't he?
I'll tell you.
Okay, Morris takes the face-off. We're skating 4-on-4 now, and Morris comes up with a puck trying to center it to Bigelow, goes by him. Jeffrey has it poked away. It comes out to center ice. Here comes Hill breaking in. He's got an opportunity, but it's slid away. Somebody made a great play there. I'm trying to figure out who that is.
Todd Collins, I'm sure.
Okay, Collins, all right. As they're down at the other end, that's a long way from here. It was Collins who made a great sliding block to break it up. We got a penalty, and it's going to be a hit from behind. I don't know against who.
Todd Collins, a great defensive play. The Raiders had lost it at the blue line, and I think it was number 6, Stevie Hill, who busted in there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was.
And great burst of speed, and Todd Collins came from the weak side and dove across the ice and cleared the puck away, or if not, Stevie Hill was in all alone. Great defensive play.
I think that's Tommy Post picking up the penalty for a hit from behind, so Canton gets the power play back. 5-0, Massena leads. A 4-on-3 power play right here as the puck comes back to the point. Controlled by the Golden Bears. They move it around to Hill. Right in the middle. He's got room. He shoots. Collins, or I should say Hayes, makes the save.
Lovely three-way passing play. The Bears gain control along the near dasher. Back to the point to the other defenseman. And number 8, Mark Martin, I believe, playing the point. I can't pick up if that's 8 or 6. Maybe
8 on the right side, slid it over to 6 Hill.
Okay.
And Hill took the shot. The difference, though, is the fact that Canton didn't have anybody in the front, so it was just Hayes and Hill, and Hayes made the save. Okay, face off to the right side with 15 seconds left in the period. In the Massena zone, it comes in behind the net. Picked up there by McCracken. Oh, he rides it down the ice. And with 8 seconds, 7 seconds, that may take care of the period. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it right there. Here's a shot at the buzzer, but it doesn't even make it down there in time. And so the first period ends, a period dominated by the Massena Red Raiders, and the Raiders lead it on a score of 5-0 on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard. Just a programming reminder at the end of our checking the stats and everything, we'll be going back to our WMSA studios for a check of local news, and then we'll come back with the start of the second period. Right now, we want to tell you that our broadcast is being brought to you this afternoon by Reynolds Metals, St. Lawrence Reduction Plant. Working together, their quality shines through. By the A-Plus Mini Market, downtown Massena, a franchise of the Atlantic Refining and Marketing Corporation. Also by Homestay out there. And let's see, Aaron Barkley. And Barkley picks it up at the blue line, flips it to the red line. Canton's going to try to dump it in the zone. It comes to Danny Bullock. Canton coming toward us in the zone. Here's Parcells' shot. Nice save by Todd Hayes. And the puck bounces back to the blue line. Picked up there at the blue line. It comes to Bullock. Centers it back to the other point. Hill, his shot goes wide. The rebound side of the net is bounced in behind. And around the boards it comes Fauché trying to clear it. Kept in at the point by Hill. He fakes the shot. Goes to Parcells. And one penalty is up. It comes in front. Shot. Score! And Bullock will pick up the Canton goal. And actually that will not be a power play goal as both teams have a man in the box right now. So Canton picks up the first goal of the second period. And it'll be Bullock getting the goal. I think Hill will pick up the assist and Parcells. And it's 5-1 on the Corky's Collision scoreboard.
Beautiful goal by the Golden Bears. They gained the zone. They worked it around really well. Sharp passes. And Danny Bullock was parked out in front, and he backhanded one up underneath Todd Hayes' right arm. But the key pass came out of the corner. Rob Parcells fed him perfectly, and Danny Bullock all alone, and he didn't make any mistake. Beautiful goal by the Bears.
So it's 5-1 now with 14:28. So that took less than a minute here in the second period. And we got 4-on-4 for 8 seconds. Canton will go on a brief power play, and then we'll be back to even Steven off the faceoff. The puck comes along the red line, picked up by Barkley. Barkley gets tied up. Jake Morris steps in, flips it along to Barkley again. Poke checked away from him, and back out to center ice. Here comes Jake Morris again. Dropping it back to Labarge. Labarge flips to Barkley. Barkley's pass almost intercepted, but Labarge clears it ahead. Morris. Here comes Jake. And 9 seconds left in the Massena penalty. Canton trying to move it out to center ice. Bigelow racing for it at the red line. He just tomahawks it back in the Canton zone, and we have a whistle. And I think somebody touched it on the bench as it came by. So the whistle blows, and we'll have a face-off. And where they're going to move the face-off? Right to center ice area with 1 second left in the Massena penalty is Tommy Post waiting to come back on. 5-1, the Raiders lead it on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. We're in the second period, just underway in the second.
The officials, I don't know if we mentioned it, Jerry, you're out of the Alexandria Bay area, George Dobbins, former coach down at the Bay, and Arnie O'Reilly.
Off the face-off, Bigelow, and the penalty is up, and Bigelow just kicks it into the zone. Back after it is Thad Green. He's got Bigelow on him, flips it along the boards. Morris picks up the loose puck, looking for Bigelow, trying to center it, comes back to the point. And Levac just flips it in the corner. Around the boards it comes, in behind Coakley. Coakley rides it. Collins has it jump over his stick, like there was a little ramp there, and it jumped right over the stick and back into the Massena zone. Levac looking. There's Levac, flips it around the boards for Tommy Moore. Moore, head man pass to Morris. It comes out off his stick and dumped right back in the zone. And they're going to call an offside. I don't think it touched anybody, but they're going to call it anyway and move it all the way down. They're going to call an intentional offsides, or icing, I guess, against Canton.
Well, the Raiders, what coaching staff like to see, the puck, Brian Levac, a beautiful pass over to Tommy Moore on the left side, and he had a crisp pass. He hit Jake Morris right at center. Bing, bang, boo. Boy, that's what you like to see, Jerry. That last goal, Danny Bullock, Stevie Hill, and the other one, Robbie Purcell, is going to pick up the Walter number 20. Is going to get the assist.
Okay, Jackson's line out against, well, let's see. We'll have to pick him up now. I think that's going to be the Parcells line out there. No, it's Butterfield's line. Jackson against Butterfield. Pace the puck in the zone of Massena as they dump it down the ice. They wave the icing off, and it comes to Tommy Post. Post flips it ahead, and coming back for it is Chris Cameron. Here's Cameron now starting out right side. Draws the crowd, trying to flip it ahead, doesn't get it out. Dump back in the corner again. After it is Tommy Post to Jackson. Jackson trying to flip it ahead. It's dumped all the way back to the point. Here's the drive. Knocked down in front, and it comes wide. Jackson actually knocked it down, and it almost came on the stick of Andy Crow. Here's Jackson. Bounce pass. Gets it himself. Takes it to center ice. Jason Jackson across the blue line. Into the zone by the defense. Jackson shot. Score! Jason Jackson putting on a clinic right there as he just went around the defenseman and beat goaltender Tom Bassell on the stick side, right high in the corner, and Massena gets their 5-goal advantage right back.
That was a 192-foot rush because he made a pass, but he passed the puck to himself. He wasn't passing. He played it off the right dasher. He picked the puck in, up behind the net, behind Todd Hayes, right down in front of us, cut around the post, bounced it off the boards, picked it up, and went the 192 feet and just beat Tommy Bassell with a wrist shot.
Okay, Faucher's line out now. The headman from McCracken to Whitcup. Bobby's gotten by the defense. Whitcup shot. Score! And it's 7-1.
Boy, I want to see when Walter brings the stats over what the times on those two, because we're always talking about blitzkrieg, but those two had to be under 10 seconds, I do believe. Walter, how many seconds between those two goals?
Whitcup took the puck right off the face-off and raced by the defense on the right wing side, got in behind the defense, came right in front, and McCracken was also in there causing some problems. And who knows, McCracken may have touched it, but Whitcup really deserves a lot of credit.
It's going to be 8 seconds between those two goals, Jerry. You can't get it much quicker than that. Bobby Whitcup showing a burst of speed down that right side.
7-1, Massena leads it on the Corky scoreboard. It comes to the Massena line. Brian Levac is there, kind of over skates, has to come back. Looks for McCracken. Bounce pass, doesn't quite get out of the zone. Kept in by Robbie Parcells. Here's Parcells trying to go by the Canton defense. He does, gets a shot. Nice save by Todd Hayes. Good shot by Parcells as he had a Massena defenseman hanging on him. Here comes McCracken, sliding it into the corner as he's checked out of the play. It comes in behind to Danny Jacobs. Jacobs loses it. It comes kicking in front, but Bullock is there to flip it, but not out of the zone. Levac can't keep it in. Now there's a foot race. Levac coming back for it. He comes up with it, and we got a penalty. And who do we got a penalty on?
We got a slash. I think it's against Canton, possibly on Brian Levac. Just unleashed a wicked check on Danny Bullock, and he's no, it's Aaron Barkley is going to go. He's defending his partner. The Canton player was forechecking Brian Levac, and evidently Aaron Barkley took exception to it and gave him a slash. I didn't see it, but getting back to the Danny Bullock, as I said, he's a wide body, and Brian Levac met him just inside the blue line. That was the hardest check of the afternoon. He dumped him right on his backside.
Face-off will be just inside Massena's zone. 7-1, Raiders lead it on the Pete's on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, I should say.
Jerry, how demoralizing. You come back, make a beautiful goal, make it 5-1, and the opposition comes back and scores 2 goals in 8 seconds. Wow.
Okay, power play as Butterfield's line out there on the power play. Jake Morris and Jeff Bigelow out to kill. Here's Tommy Post with a puck in his own end. Circles behind the net looking. Flips it ahead right into the crease, but nobody there except Jake Morris. And Post saw that he had 2 defensemen coming on him, or 2 players, I should say, and he flipped it in front of Morris. Here comes Jake, busting back the other way, gets by the D, circles, wasting time. Back to the point, Labarge just flips it, and Canton controls. Bounced away by Bigelow. Jeffrey loses it and skates. It comes to the blue line, they jam at it, and finally Canton controls it at the blue line. They're going to take a shot from there, and Todd Hayes gloves it and leaves it for Tommy Post. Post has it taken away, but it comes right to Jake Morris, and Morris backhands it out to center ice. Canton now turning it around again. They break it across the blue line. Here's a shot. Hayes is going to glove it, and did the split, and flips it to Post. Post trying to move it around the boards. He does. Here's Tommy Post, shovels it, bounces, takes a funny bounce back to the point, and it comes to Canton. Here's the drive. Hayes gloves it. Whoa, he's got a quick glove.
Good flurry of activity. The Bears pressing the Raiders down right in front of us. Todd Hayes, a couple of nice saves. I know when Tommy Post goes to that bench, Coach Moore's going to say to him, but Tommy, we're down a man. You make that corner. You've drawn both forechecks to you. Don't dump it out in front. Dump it along the boards. That gave me a couple extra gray hairs.
And think of what it did to Stan. Off the faceoff, Fauché wins it all the way out to center ice. Hill has to come back after it. About 25 seconds left in the power play. He flips it along the dasher. McCracken is there. He's ridden in the boards, and Parcells picks it up into the Massena zone. Here's Levac, whacks it, off a leg out to center ice to Fauché. He takes it back in the zone, loses it, gets it back again. Here's Fauché flipping it to Levac. Levac around the board, or that is Levac with the puck now. Bounce pass, took a funny bounce, he gets it right back. Now he skates it. Now he backhands it, trying to go to McCracken. He follows it himself. Now he's going to try to muscle it in the zone, and he flips it. Now Canton coming back. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Here's a shot from center ice, and it's turned aside by Todd Hayes. Jason Jackson. Jackson has it poked away, but Todd Collins is there, sliding it along the board, has it taken away. Hard check's thrown, and Collins comes up with a loose puck. Flips it ahead to Fauché. Joey just goes right by the defenseman Hill, who is pinching in, and brings down the line for Jackson. Jackson goes back to Fauché. Back to Jackson in front to Cameron. His shot. Save. Bassell. Rebound. Score! Chris Cameron followed up his own shot, and Massena goes up 8-0. What a great pass by Joey Fauché.
Great pass. And see, the Bears have taken out of their game plan. They can't match Massena, Jerry, and that blitzkrieg in that first period. Here they sent 2 guys down deep. They're pinching on the defenseman. The defenseman pinched down. They created the 2-on-1. But you mentioned Fauché. Great pass to Chris Cameron. Initial shot, and a very smart thing for Chris Cameron. He didn't peel away from the net after he shot it. He shot the puck, and he went to the net. And Tommy Bassell gave up the rebound, and the guy right there to bang it in was the guy who shot it, Chris Cameron.
Here's Jackson circling. Backhands it to Cameron. Cameron at the red line, turns by the defenseman, has it poked away. But it comes to Labarge, I should say. He drops it to Tommy Post. Post looking for the wing. Jackson, actually the center man. Jackson circles out of trouble. Here comes Jason, breaking down, building up the head of steam across the blue line. Centering pass meant for Cameron. Into the corner it goes. Cameron taken out of the play. Jackson picks up the loose puck, trying to go back to the point, but it's out to center ice. Massena leading at 8-1 here. Pass goes to Hewlett. He kind of slipped and fell over the blue line. Offsides will be the call on Massena. 9:12 remaining second period, and on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, the Raiders lead at 8-1.
The Bears are being beaten 8-1 today, but as we said before, if they stay together, they don't lose kids to prep school, this is going to be a club reckoned with down the road. They're good skating. They know how to play the game. They're well coached, and the Raiders are flowing easy today. And it's pretty easy when you're up 5-6 goals. Everything seems to go your way, and you make those extra crisp passes.
Off the faceoff, puck back in the Massena zone. Nice play by Collins to break it up. He takes it along the boards, rides it on the dasher out to center ice. The Golden Bears control. Move it across. Here's Hill's shot. Hayes makes the save, but I think they're going to call an offsides on that. And they do, and the faceoff will move outside the zone. 8-1, Massena leading here. You're listening to Massena Red Raider Hockey on 1340 WMSA, Massena, New York. Jake Morris out there with line mates Jeff Bigelow and Tommy Moore. Manning drops back to play the point now, along with Todd Collins.
Stevie Hill, the mainstay of the Bears on defense, and he's got a cannon for a shot.
Oh, he sure does. Off the faceoff, Collins trying to hit Bigelow, and he didn't quite come up with it, so icing will be the call on Massena. We'll move the faceoff back in the Massena zone. I think that's, is that Parcells' line out there?
Well, you mentioned Stevie Hill. He just gave Jeff Bigelow a little ride. In fact, Jeff is having words with Arnie O'Reilly. He said, "Gee, ref, didn't you see that? He gave me a shot." But it was a good, hard check by Stevie Hill, and he loosened up one of the left molars of Jeff Bigelow.
Off the faceoff, shot right on. Hayes makes the save. It's Butterfield's line out there. Here's Tommy Moore, head man to Morris. Morris turns around and has it poked away by Butterfield, but Bigelow stays with it. Right at the blue line, it kicks around, and back the other way comes Stevie Hill. Hill, ridden off the play by Bigelow, and they both go down in a heap. The puck comes in behind the net, in the corner now. They jam for it there, and Jake Morris comes into the fray and picks up the puck. Headman pass goes to Biggs. Here comes Bigelow down the right wing side, stepping by Hill across the blue line, and offsides will be called, and Bigelow goes down again. Jeffrey's been on the ice more than usual tonight.
Yes, but he remembered that check by Stevie Hill. So before he did retaliate, gave Stevie a shot. But before he did, Andy Crow got in his way. He mowed him over first. Then he finally found number 6, Stevie Hill, and gave him a retaliating shot.
But it was a legal check.
Yes, legal. All the checks were legal. The Stevie Hill's check was legal.
In the corner now, Fauché. Why pokes it in behind the net? Canton trying to clear the zone, but it's picked up by McCracken. Back toward the blue line to Whitcup. He just flips it in the corner. We have pushing and shoving in front as Fauché gets railed. Puck comes free in the corner. We have a whistle. Oh, boy. Body's starting to fly a little bit, but there's going to be a holding call back on the other side, and I don't know who's going to get the gate for holding.
Didn't see it, but George Dobbins is making the call, and it's going to be the Bears, I believe, going to go to the box.
Thad Green, I think. And that happened over on the other side, away from the play.
Yes, I did not see it, but George Dobbins did. And you said Thad Green is getting the gate, and I think this is the Raiders' first power play, Jerry?
You betcha.
And we've got the UPS line that looks like that's going to be on the power play, along with Jason Jackson and
Brian Levac.
Brian Levac is
Off the faceoff, Jackson wins it. Back to Levac at the point. He goes in the corner. McCracken ridden to the boards. The Golden Bears pick it up, but can't get it out of there. It comes to Fauché. Back to the point. Here's the drive by Levac, deflected. Ooh, just wide. And Bissell may have gotten a piece. McCracken goes after it into the corner. Now Fauché throws the check. The puck bounces free. Joey after it. Big body. Here comes McCracken. Centers it right in front. Bissell makes the save. The puck sits there, and now it goes into the corner. Bullock trying to move it, does not get it out. It comes to Levac. Levac goes to Jackson, kind of hard, but Jason controls. Steps by the check, takes it, drops it in the corner. Back to the point. Another penalty on Canton as Hayes comes off, and they dump the puck down the ice. And that'll take care of that, and Canton will be penalized again with 49 seconds remaining in the first penalty. Now Massena will go up by 2 men.
And actually, instead of 5-on-4, prior to that, it was a 4-on-3 situation because Joey Fauché and Stevie Hill got tied up in the corner to the left of Tommy Bissell, and they were probably entangled for a good 25 seconds while the play was going on, Jerry. So the Raiders played a 4-on-3 situation down there.
Faceoff will be to the right side in the Canton zone. So the Raiders now coming out with, let's see. We're going to have something different here, I think. Morris. Well, we're going to have Morris, Cameron, and Bigelow. Okay, the first power play unit, Post and Labarge at the points. Face off, and that's Bullock taking the draw, I believe. Off the face, back to Labarge at the point. Over to Tommy Post. Post winds the drive, and that's pretty wide. Takes a funny bounce. It comes to Morris. He circles back by the blue line, drops it to Post. Post at the right point, back to Morris at the 45. Jake steps in front, shot. Oh, upstairs, but he missed. Puck in the corner, Cameron after it now. About 29 seconds left, back to the point. Here's Morris, his shot, and he fanned on it. Back to the point, Tommy Post. Post goes to Morris. Morris steps in the slot again, and he rifles it, kissed the crossbar that time and out. And now the Golden Bears move it out to center ice. Here's Parcells taken out of the play by Tommy Post. And Labarge picks up the puck. Headman goes to Bigelow. Bigelow into the zone. He may get by the defense. He goes to Cameron. Right in front shot. Score! As Bissell came out of the net after Cameron. Cameron just did a little deke and danced around him and put it in the open net.
What happened, Jerry? They caught the Bears on a change. They had sent one man in, and Tommy Post effectively took him out. A beautiful hip check Jason Labarge picked up the puck. He looked up, and up at the opposite blue line were 2 Raiders and 1 Canton Golden Bear. He passed it up to Jeff Bigelow on the right side. Chris Cameron was on the left side. Jeff stepped across the line, drew the defenseman, slid a little backhander, and Chris Cameron walked in 45 feet in alone and just put a nice deke on Tommy Bassella. They caught him on his line change.
So that makes it 9-1, and Massena remains on the power play. The Golden Bears dump it out to center ice. Jason Jackson is there. We got the Fauché line out there again. Head man, that's Hewlett. He gets ridden out of the play by Danny Jacobs. Puck around the boards. Fauché to McCracken. McCracken backhand pass bounces by Fauché, but it comes to Jackson. He steps by 1, by 2, the shot, and it went off a body into the corner. Jackson digs it out there, looking to cross it in front, and Hewlett couldn't control it, and the Golden Bears move it out to center ice. And here's Hewlett taking the puck, bouncing it ahead, and it's dumped back to the blue line, bouncing at the red line, into the Massena zone. Jackson looking to play defense now, takes his man out of the play and takes the puck. Here's Jackson circling behind. The penalties are all up, and we're back to even Steven. Oh, Jackson just made a move right in the head to Hewlett. Hewlett trying to step by, poked away by Green. Green moves it out to center ice. Here comes Canton. They catch Massena. They're going to have a breakaway. Here come the Golden Bears, and Jackson ties up the man. He's going to get a penalty. And, David, that's under the category of good penalty.
We might have a penalty. What is it now? Is that an interference call? I thought he was indicating a Jason Jackson. But Brian Levac, for the sake of giving up a 2-on-1, and I know the coaching staff's going to say, okay, Brian, he unloaded a vicious check up at the Canton blue line, but what had happened, he created a 2-on-1 for the Bears, and you don't want to do that in a tight hockey game. Fortunately, it's 9-1, but he elected to...
They're going to give him a penalty shot.
A penalty shot? Well, I kind of thought that's what he was calling there, Arnie O'Reilly.
I'm a little surprised at that, because it wasn't a real... Jackson attempted to reach around with his stick.
Yeah. It's well, we haven't seen one of these. Let's just sit back and we'll let the crowd tell you if the Bears are successful or not.
It's going to be Mike Bushaw taking the shot. He was the guy who was penalized. Okay, here we go. Listen. He scored.
The crowd... Todd Hayes. Todd played it well. He came out and gave some ground, and Mike Bushaw elected to shoot, and he looked for the 5-hole. That's where he put it, and Todd got a piece of it just off the inside of the right pad, but he played it perfectly. Couldn't do it any better, and Mike Bushaw did just a nice job. He picked the 5-hole, but I agree with you going back. I debate the penalty shot, but that puts the Bears their second goal. We haven't seen one of those. It's the first one this year, Jerry.
Yeah, because Jackson really didn't haul him down. He went around him with a stick looking to pick up the loose puck. Okay, off the face-off. We've got Chilton's line out there for the first time, and Chilton goes after it in the corner. He gets hauled down. The puck comes free. Kellison stays with it. Centering pass comes back to the point. Manning, he winds up. Here's the drive, knocked down. He gets it right back, winds up again, and fires it behind the net. Here's Jason Chilton. Oh, he goes down, but Kellison picks up the loose puck, looks to circle. Kellison bounces it, goes off a body. Kellison stays with Green. They both go down. Kellison gets back up. He's a package in behind that net. He gets knocked down again. And the puck comes, and Eddie Davis throws a check. Now Chilton pokes it free in the corner, and finally it's picked up in behind the net and around the boards by Eddie Fay. Now the puck kicks into the slot, and the Golden Bears clear it out to center ice. Todd Manning is there. Here's Manning dumping it. Goes off a leg, bounces in behind the net. And it's dumped back to the blue line and finally out to center ice. The Golden Bears trying to move it in the zone. As falling down was Jeremiah Foote. The puck comes into Manning in the Massena zone. Looks for Kellison. Kellison directs it out to center ice. Dump back to the blue line. And the Golden Bears, Parcell, back in the zone. Collins takes him out of the play. Parcell gets back up right in front. He tries to slide it free, and Bullock couldn't find the handle. Puck in the corner now. Here's Bullock, centering pass, knocked away. Nice play by Chilton that time. And Kellison moves it out to center ice. Gets by another one. Leaves it free. Chilton takes it in on the right side. He gets knocked down, slides it right on, and Bassell makes the save. And there's going to be a penalty on the Golden Bears, as that line did a good job moving that puck down the ice, and Chilton would have been in had he not been tripped up.
Yes, Danny Jacobs is going to go to the box for upending Jason Chilton. A great job by Freddie Kellison to clear the zone. He took on one and shed him, one forechecker. In the second, the defenseman pinched down and heavy collision, but Freddie was able to tip the puck by him. Gave up the body, tipped it by him, and Jason Chilton sprinted in, would have created the 2-on-1, and Danny Jacobs upended him. So,
face-off will be in the Canton zone as Massena goes back on the power play. I don't know if I'd want to be Canton right now. It seems when they score a goal, Massena scores 3 or 4. Right in front, it comes right in on Bassell, and he steers it aside for Green, who flips it around the boards. Jason Labarge can't come up with it, and the Golden Bears move out 2-on-1. Tommy Post comes over and takes Parcell, the rushing man. He slides it right on, and Hayes makes the save. Now Parcell again gets a backhander, and that's wide. And we got a penalty on Massena, and Tommy Post saw the net come off its mooring. He tried to move it back on, but the whistle had already blown for the penalty, and that'll even things up here as Massena will be penalized.
Jason Labarge is going to get the gate. George Dobbin might call him for a hook slash. He's got him on a slash. But same situation that almost created the previous penalty against Massena. The Raider defenseman pinched, and Canton created a 2-on-1, Jerry, and that's what happened. The last time they got a power play. This time the Raiders are going to walk away with just a minute-and-a-half penalty. But number 20 out there, Rob Purcells, is really hustling for the Bears.
Off the face-off, it comes to Post. It's 9-2 Massena with about 3.5 left to play in period 2. Post flips it around in the corner, comes to Bigelow. Bigelow moving it, doesn't get it out, but here comes Levac beating Morris. Here comes Jake breaking in. Green tries to get back. Jake gets knocked down, and what are they going to call on that? Maybe nothing. They blew the whistle. I don't know what the whistle's for, but somebody's going to get something, I think.
Great headman pass by Brian Levac. The Raiders cleared the zone, and Brian took it just at the blue line, and he headmanned it immediately. He looked up, realized that he had Jake Morris, who was starting to shift into about fourth gear, about 3 strides up. Instead of holding on that extra second, immediately he headmanned it up to Jake, and who almost got in around the Canton defenseman.
I'm not sure what the whistle is for, but they're going to face it off right side.
I think it was under his body. That's why, Jerry.
All right, back to the point. Here's Levac. He just flips it in the corner. And Hill picks it up for Canton, looking for somebody to move it to. Moves it up to the blue line, but not out. Morris. Yeah, it did come out. Okay, Jake circles around, getting ready to regroup. Uh-oh. A giveaway there. Here comes Canton's Bullock into the zone, but it's poked away at the last second and out to Jake Morris. Morris looking for Levac, who I think was a little surprised to see that puck come his way. Not used to playing forward, and now the puck sits. Picked up by Mark Martin, poked away from him. Morris gets knocked down. Martin comes in the corner after it. Flipping it along the boards. Barkley, he throws a check, but the puck slides back in the Massena zone. And Hayes is going to leave it for Brian Levac. Levac looks for Bigelow. Here's Biggs with it. Gets by one. Has it poked away. Gets it back again. Here comes Bigelow. Busting in on the left side. He's taken out of the play by Green. And Stevie Hill picks up the puck. Now we've got a power play for Canton for about 10 seconds. And they just flip it ahead, bounces down the ice, and Hayes just pokes it with a big stick into the corner. Now Bullock trying to move it ahead. Fauché takes a whack at it. Bullock picks it up again. Here's a backhander. Hayes makes the save, kicks it aside. Here's Bullock again, flipping it in behind the net. And that'll take care of the penalty. McCracken throws a check back to the point. Here's a shot, comes wide and high, and it comes to Barkley. Barkley has trouble with it. Bullock takes it away from him. Here's Bullock. In behind, goes to the side of the net. McCracken loses it, but Barkley comes up with it. Flips it ahead for Whitka, breaking. We have a whistle. We're going to have matching minors as McCracken and Bushaw mixed it up behind the play. Or is that Fauché and Bushaw?
That's Joey.
Joey Fauché.
I'll tell you, the Bears are down by 7, but they're not packing it in. They're still really skating out there and forechecking, battling as if it were a one-goal game. Credit to them, and we've gotten a little out of the flow of the game here during the last several minutes with the score the way it is. There's been a little bit of freelancing going on both teams, and sometimes that's hard to control in a 9-2 game.
Minute 38 left in the second period. Massena up 9-2 as we mentioned, and into the zone it comes. Here's Tommy Post with it, flipping it along the dasher board. It comes right in front to Whitka. Here comes Whitka. Gets by the check, takes it to center ice. Ridden out of the play, stays with it, though. Finally, it's taken away by Jeff Butterfield. Butterfield, off a leg in the Canton zone. And the bouncing puck goes against Whitcup again. Bobby's been all over the place. Now slides slowly back in the Massena zone, picked up by Tommy Post. Here comes Post, moving it ahead. Oh, nice move there. Post, across the red line, across the blue line, trying to drop it to McCracken. Scotty didn't see it, and Canton moves it back the other way. Here come the Golden Bears, moving it in the zone. That's Sanderson. He flips it in the Massena end, and Tommy Post comes back for it. Canton making a change. Post starts it out. Long headman pass for McCracken, and he just directs it. Now they're going to, I guess he didn't touch it. They're going to call icing. As McCracken tried to touch it and didn't, and back into the Massena zone it comes.
Again, with the rules situations where there's less stoppages of play, you see more both teams, wherever you go, changing on the fly, changing in mass, changing forward at one time. And you're going to see a lot of situations where teams are going to get caught. Canton almost got caught again on a line change. They almost Massena sprung Scotty McCracken up. And we've seen that a lot this year, Jerry.
Jackson will face off against Parcells in the Massena zone. 46 seconds left in the period. Off the face-off, Jackson wins the draw and circles back. He takes it himself. Here comes Jackson, looking. He's got Cameron, but Cameron fell down. Now Jackson moves it ahead, goes on the wing to LaBarge. LaBarge looking. He steps across the blue line, feeds Jackson. Jackson, right side, the shot. Big save. Big rebound in front. Cameron digs for it. Drops it back to the point. Barkley winds. His shot through a screen. Save made. Vassell almost falls down. Jackson picks up the loose puck. Has it poked away. It comes back to Barkley. Barkley on the side. LaBarge, he flips it right across the middle. Shot high over the net. And we're down to about 10 seconds remaining. Massena controls it. Jackson circles. He gets by one. Goes back to the point. LaBarge with it. LaBarge flips to Fauché, who's out of the box. His shot goes off a stick. Vassell dives out of the net. Now there's a penalty. He may have dived out because he was hit.
There's a penalty against Canton, I do believe. It's a holding call. I'll tell you, that foursome that was just out there, Barkley, Aaron Barkley and Jason LaBarge and Jason Jackson and Chris Cameron, they moved the puck as well as any four players could possibly move it. They were just headed on a string out there. Wow.
So the second period comes to an end with the Massena Red Raiders leading it on a score of 9-2. So they score 4 more here to 2 by Canton in the second period. Our broadcast brought to you by Cheney Tire, East Orba Street, Massena, your new Bridgestone, Firestone, and Skidoo dealer in Massena. Also by Pearl Vision in the Harthaven Shopping Center for quick quality eye care. Remember, at Pearl for over 80 years, by the Massena Super Duper Harthaven Shopping Center, Massena, friendly, fair, and uncommonly fresh, and by Netto's, 43 Andrew Street. Stop in and enjoy live music every Saturday and Friday night at Netto's.
Jerry, one of the stats that Walter picked up for us face-offs, the Raiders increased from 65% to 80% successful on the draw that last period.
Okay. Off the face-off, Massena on the power play. They dump it in the Canton zone. And the Golden Bears, Bullock picks it up there. Starts out right side, and he's going to dump it. Did he get it out? He just did, as Jackson tried to keep it in. Got a stick on it. Here's Jackson, flipping ahead for McCracken. McCracken turns it, gets checked out of the play, and Bullock picks up the puck. Flips it back outside. Here's Levac, dumps it in the zone. Again, Massena starting out on the power play. Hewlett, he pokes it in the corner. Hill picks it up around the boards. Hewlett steals. Here's Hewlett, has it poked away, bangs at it. It comes to Fauché. Fauché goes after it, side of the net, right in front. Oh, McCracken misfired. What a nice pass by Joey Fauché. Fauché goes back to the point with it now. Levac, back to Joey Fauché. Fauché to McCracken, give and go. Fauché can't get the shot off, and the puck comes around the boards to Jason Jackson. Jackson, oh man, makes the move, takes it in front. McCracken waves at it, couldn't get a stick on it, and the Golden Bears dump it down the ice. And boy, there could have been very easily a couple of goals there.
Scotty McCracken won't get a better opportunity to notch a goal than he did just a few seconds ago.
Massena now turning it around again. McCracken drops it back to Levac. Levac has it bounced away, comes to center ice, and Hill just dumps it to an open wing, slides slowly in the Massena zone. About 10 seconds left in the power play. Here's Jackson, building up the head of steam, takes it right down the middle. Jackson stick handles it in behind the defense. Oh, a nice poke check, breaks it up. That was Coakley. Good play. McCracken back to the point. Levac winds up. His shot. Ooh, deflected just wide. Hewlett almost had one right there. Now the puck around on the other side. In the corner, after it is Mike Bushaw, and he's going to move it out to center ice. Hewlett just takes him into the boards, and the puck comes back in the Massena zone. Jackson is being forechecked by Parcells. Parcells ties him up, has it poked away, and the puck controlled by Fauché now. Fauché trying to move it around the boards. Parcells stays with it. It's still in the corner. The penalty is long expired as it dumps high in the net air and out to center ice. Levac flipping it ahead. Here's McCracken trying to shift it, but staying with it is Danny Jacobs, dumping back to the Massena line. LaBarge picking it up. 9-2 Massena on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. So Massena not doing anything on the power play. But it's tough at the beginning of the period. Out to center ice. Here comes Bigelow through traffic. Takes it by the defense. Bigelow, backhander pass goes to Morris, and he didn't see it. Now Bigelow again picks it up, trying to move it in from the corner. Here's Bigelow, centering pass, knocked down in front. Good defensive play by Jacobs, as Jake was right in the high slot. And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation had he gotten the puck. Now it's Bigelow with it, trying to flip it ahead, has it poked away by Carl Kotz. Kotz moving it back to the point, and it's bounced into the corner. Tommy Post. Post circles behind his own net, starts out right side of Hayes. Flips it ahead to Bigelow. Here's Biggs with it. Biggs moves to Tommy Moore. Now Jake Morris. He's ridden into the boards. And he gets tied up and mugged by 3 Golden Bears players. Jake stays with it, though, and gets it out of the pack. And it kicks free into the Massena zone. And, oh boy, a hard check thrown there. Now it's Mark Martin with it. Side of the net, centering pass. And it's controlled by Hayes. And he's going to stick it in behind for Bigelow. Bigelow flips it ahead and out to center ice. Here comes Jason LaBarge leading the attack across the blue line, trying to flip to Morris. It comes right in on the goaltender, A.J. Wise, and he flips it in the corner. Now Jake Morris in behind, goes to LaBarge. LaBarge gets checked into the net, and the puck comes free. It's picked up by Thad Green. Here's Green with it. Moving it out to center ice. It comes to Jeremiah Foote. Foote loses it, and Whitcup flips it right back in the zone. Green out to center ice. Whitcup trying to take it away. Now McCracken. McCracken overskates, comes back for it. Flips it ahead, breaking it all by himself. Fauché, and he's ridden out of the play. Can't get the shot off. And we have a whistle. And what do they call?
Well, that's no question. He hooked him. Yeah. That was probably more deserving of a penalty shot than the previous one. But Joey Fauché just had he broke to the open net. Scotty McCracken found him with a beautiful pass. He walked in from the blue line all alone, and the Canton defenseman came across and dumped him. But Stevie Hill has made the last several minutes out here, several good defensive plays for the Bears, and Tommy Post at the other end probably handed out the hardest check of the afternoon. He really thudded Jeremiah Foote, dropped him right at the blue line.
And so Massena will go on the power play again. It's amazing, these guys. Fauché, McCracken, and Whitcup seem to know where each other is without even looking. Okay, back to the point now. Levac flips it in the corner for McCracken. Scotty now trying to escape a check. Goes to Fauché at the 45. Joey now skates it back to the blue line to Levac. Levac back to Fauché at the 45. Here comes Joey. Back to Levac. He winds. His shot deflected, hits the side of the net. And A.J. Wise flips it in behind. Now McCracken. Here's Scotty with it. Stick handling it into the corner now. Hewlett. Hewlett loses his feet. Gets back up again. Takes it and bangs it in behind the net. After it there, McCracken and Coakley. A little bit of a size mismatch. Coakley goes, or Kraken. Here's the shot. Jason Jackson, the save, the rebound. Goalie is down. The puck is cleared, though, and out to center ice. I was going to say there's a mismatch in size between McCracken and Coakley, but McCracken came away with a puck.
Mike Hewlett fired that one from his knees and almost got the top corner.
Well, he saw the goalie down and out, and he really went after it. Okay, Jackson. Headman pass. Joey Fauché. He goes by McCracken, trying to step by the check. And he gets impeded just enough. Can't quite catch up with it. Now he throws a check in the corner. McCracken, he loses it to Hill, and Hill bangs it out to center ice with 25 seconds left in the power play.
I'm amazed at how physical Joey Fauché is for his size. He must swallow iron pills or something.
Here comes Jackson, stick handling with one stick, flips it right down the middle. Hewlett goes to Fauché, his shot knocked down, and it comes out to center ice. Now it's Levac at the red line. Backhands it into the zone. Stevie Hill, he whacks it down the ice. That's going to be an icing call against Canton. And the face-off will move back inside Canton zone. The penalty had just expired.
You notice on that power play, too, a new arrangement. Coach Moore takes number 6, Mike Hewlett. He planks him right in front of that goaltender. And he's a solid customer. They hacked at him, and we've talked about it many times how important that is to screen that goaltender. They've got some real Mike Hewlett, Tommy Moore, number 8, Kellison, Freddie Kellison. Excellent job.
Here's Jason Chilton now. He goes to Brown, back to Chilton. He can't get the shot off. Bouncing puck in. Chilton just threw a wicked check, but the puck comes out to center ice. And racing in at Bullock, but Hayes out of the net to steer it out to center ice. Now Eddie Davis waves at it. It bounces away from him. We have a whistle. Offsides, I believe, will be the call.
Jason Chilton, he was upset. He got denied a chance down here right in front of A.J. Wise, and The puck bounced over his stick, and he took his frustration out on the Canton defenseman. He just dropped him.
That was quite a check. Off the face-off. There's Coakley dumping it, and it bounces off the boards, and Hayes gloves it, leaves it behind. The puck sitting behind the net, controlled by Jason Labarge now. Bounce pass to the blue line and out to center ice. Here comes Brown. Headman, Chilton. Chilton takes it across now. He just gets sandwiched, but it comes free to Eddie Davis. Davis in the slot. The shot. Ooh, save made, and it just went wide. Now the puck in behind as Chilton gets smugged behind the net. Brown throws a check in the corner and skates away with the puck. Here's Brown. He loses it off Chilton's skate. It bounces to the blue line, and some checks thrown there, but the puck gets out to center ice. Brown moves it across the blue line. It comes to Eddie Davis. Davis steps by a check, trying to slide it through. It goes to Chilton. Here's Chilton to Brown. Brown backhander right across the goal mouth. And Eddie Davis digs it out of the corner. I'll tell you what, this fourth line has kept that puck in the Canton zone for a long time. And they still have it in the Canton zone. Golden Bears can't get it out of there. And it bounces free to Chilton. Chilton moves it to the blue line. Tommy Post flips it, and it goes off a body out to center ice. Brown is there. He drops it back to Todd Collins. Collins steps across and dumps it. Back around the boards it comes. Here's Jason Chilton again. He slides it through to Brown. Brown taken out of the play that time by Eddie Fay. Fay picks up the puck, moves it, and dumps it down the ice. Collins waved at it, but didn't come anywhere near touching it, and it goes down the ice for an icing call. Pretty good shift by that fourth line that time.
Oh, and you know, when they get out there, they want to show the coach. They're like hungry dogs who haven't eaten in a week, Jerry. They want to show the coaching staff, hey, I want some more ice time. And so it's no break for the opposition when the fourth unit comes out. They're right after them, and they had the Bears hemmed in their own end.
Halfway through the third period, on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, Massena leads at 9-2. Here comes Hill out of the pack. Takes it to the red line, just dumps it, and that bounces into the corner right side of Hayes. Bouncing puck comes free, and they go after it there. Finally, Jackson picks it up. Jackson, long head man pass to Cameron, just goes by him, but he stays with it. Here comes Chris across the blue line, trying to slide it through. Following up on the play, Jackson right in front, shot, score! And that's the hat trick for Jackson, I believe. And Mike Hewlett, again, running some interference, tying up that defenseman in front. And that gave Jackson all kinds of time in the slot.
Jason Jackson, he pounced on that puck like a cat on a mouse. The Raiders, he started the play with a great pass, a 75-footer across to Chris Cameron, who did a great job controlling it. And Chris gained the zone and lost it about 15 feet inside the blue line. And Jason Jackson saw it, and he pounced on that thing and just picked it up, and it was an opening, a pardon in the seas, so to speak, and he had A.J. Wise at his mercy.
And he took none.
Oh.
Okay, Jackson. Did you ever notice Jackson always seems to be where the puck is?
Oh, it follows him, and that's...
Okay, to the Canton line. Here's Jackson again across the blue line, offsides. Or is there a penalty? No, there's going to be a penalty behind the play.
And Jerry, he's one of those. He's the type of skater that lulls you. If you're a defenseman or an opposition, he lulls you into complacency. You think that he's going at top speed, and he's so smooth along. All of a sudden, he just shifts. Also, he doesn't have has good acceleration as Jake does, but he can motor. But he really lulls you into complacency.
And then goes right by.
And goes, boom, he's gone.
And that penalty was on Chris Cameron. That happened behind the play. So Massena will be out to try to kill another one off here, leading at 10-2 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. We've got Robbie Parcells and his line mates out there, and Parcells takes it ahead to Bullock, right side, feeding right in front, and Mark Martin couldn't get a shot off. He was too well tied up. Comes back to Coakley at the point. He winds. Hayes makes the stop and holds on for the face-off. And we'll have a face-off in Canton territory. Nice save by Todd Hayes.
Nice save by Todd Hayes, but a great play by Jeff Bigelow back-checking. The Bears broke in, and it would have been a 2-on-1, but Jeff Bigelow, great back-checking, picked up I think it was Mark Martin, and took him right back into the goal area. Great job by Jeff Bigelow.
Face-off right side. Off the draw. It's cleared. And Hill keeps it in, winds it up, and it bounces in behind on his shot. Goes to Green on the other side. Bigelow just takes it right away from him and flips it out to center ice. And he gets the puck back, feeds ahead to Jake. Jake's going to break in all by himself. Shot, score! And Massena scores a shorthanded goal to go up 11-2. And Bigelow or I should say Jake Morris was getting hooked from behind at the time. There, he just stayed with it, though.
Jake went at the Canton player had the puck in the neutral zone, went to forecheck him, caused him to cough the puck, make a bad pass right onto Jeff Bigelow's stick. And then as soon as Jake did that, he broke to the net, and Jeff Bigelow didn't waste any time, headmanned the puck. It was a beautiful teamwork, and he was in free from the blue line, and A.J. Wise had no chance on it.
And that's, I believe, is Jake's hat trick as well.
Yes, it is.
So Morris and Jackson, the two centermen on the first and second line. Here comes Canton's Danny Bullock feeding it in front, and it's broken up, and Jake comes back the other way. Canton still on the power play. Here comes Biggs across the blue line. Offsides, I believe.
When you have these
penalty behind the play again.
Behind the play. I don't know if it's a break, if you're on the power play or not, when you've got Bigelow and Morris out there. Oh, boy.
And who's that going to be on? I'm not sure.
That last goal, the shorthanded goal, 8:31, Jake Morris, Jeff Bigelow, and the one previous to that, Jason Jackson's hat trick, Chris Cameron and Todd Collins picking up assists. So
I think Bigelow's going to pick up the penalty, so that'll mean Canton will go up 2 men. Now, wait a minute.
I didn't see what transpired there.
No, it's not Bigelow.
Jason Labarge, it looks like.
Okay, Labarge will get the gate. So for 42 seconds, Massena will be down 2 men, but not to worry. The Raiders lead 11-2. So this is a good chance, a good chance to practice the 2 men down penalty killing. And O'Shea wins the draw. All the way down the ice it goes. Thad Green after it there.
Jerry, you notice what the Raiders do when they're down 2 men. They usually put out 2 forwards. It's 7 and 11 and a defenseman.
Off the face-off, the puck goes down in the Massena zone. After it there is Butterfield. Back to the point and down the ice. As Massena got a piece of it on the way through. Now back is Hill. 15 seconds left in the first penalty. Hill bounces it down the ice. That's going to be an icing call against Canton. And the design of that play is they had 2 forwards down the right side, and one of them was supposed to tip it, and neither of them hit it, and it's an icing.
And needless to say, I won't say that was poorly designed, but you got a 2-man advantage.
You should be able to
gain the zone. You want to gain the zone there. You didn't gain much by throwing a long pass because all 3 Raider the defenders were back at their blue line, so you weren't going to gain much there.
Okay, now we're down to 11 seconds in the first penalty. Fauché, McCracken. No, wait a minute.
Todd Collins is replacing the half of the 7-11 combination.
And Barkley will be the other defenseman. So we got 2 defensemen and a forward now. And Fauché wins the draw back to the point, and Barkley couldn't control it. Has it poked away, but Collins is there to cover up and dump it right back deep in the Canton zone. And that'll take care of the first penalty right there as the puck comes to Brian Coakley. 42 seconds in the other penalty. Another long pass, and it gets by everybody, and Collins lifts it in on Wise. He has to make the save. Leaves it for Hill. And another long pass comes to the Massena line again. And it's controlled by Massena, now poked away, but Joey Fauché drops it in the zone. Collins kind of lost it in his skates, but there's Todd Hayes to flip it to the blue line. But not out. Kept in there as they circle it around and into the corner. Bullock with it. Barkley rides him into the boards. Bullock dropped it back to the point, but there's nobody there for Canton, and it goes all the way down the ice with 9 seconds left in the second penalty. 4:48 left in the period. Pass almost intercepted. Fauché at the blue line. Is Cameron out there now? Killing penalty. Goes back to the Massena line, flip to the Canton line. Hill is there. He just rides it ahead. Cameron gets a piece of it. Comes back to the Canton line. Now it's whacked at there by Mark Martin. The puck comes along the boards. Martin moves it. Has it taken away by Levac, and Levac shovels it ahead. Oh, here's a penalty against Canton as...
He's not going to call. I think he's going to call an offside.
Ooh, Jason Chilton just got hauled down, but they're going to call the offsides. Okay.
Borderline. Again, it might gone through the official's mind. We're looking at 4:22 left in the third, 11-2 game.
Yeah.
And,
what's the point?
Yeah.
This game has not been rough or anything like that. It's not like games we've seen previous to this. One in particular I'm thinking of. Okay, off the face-off, the puck comes to the Massena line. Bouncing puck. Nobody seems to want it right now. We've got the Chilton line out from Massena, and coming up with it is Eddie Davis. Here comes Davis, stick handling it across the blue line. Trying to get by Green. Green rides him into the boards. Chilton in the corner now, flips it back to the blue line, but it's not going to quite get there. And breaking back the other way is Jeremiah Foote. Foote flips into the Massena zone. That's going to go right on. and Hayes makes the save. Leaves it for Collins. Collins, head man, Chilton. Chilton can't catch up with it. But following up is Kellison. Kellison takes it in on the right side. Has it poked away, comes back for it. Kellison to the blue line. Collins pokes at it, stays with it. Chilton picks it up. Here comes Chilton. Chilton in the corner now. Trying to make the shift. He kind of fell down on it and is cleared around the boards. Kept in by Levac. Levac fakes the shot. Goes right in front. Collins drives it wide. The rebound right in front. Kellison whacked at it, but it was knocked away. Back to the point again. Collins pinches in, trying to stay with it, but is cleared out to center ice by the Golden Bears. Here comes Levac. Ahead to Davis. Goes off his leg in the zone. Thad Green pokes it right back out. Levac throws a check, picks up the puck, dumps it in the Canton zone.
The Raider defense has played a really solid game again today, Jerry, and Brian Levac is really strong
well
out there.
Very well. And now it goes back in the Massena zone. Levac comes after it. Bounce pass. Doesn't quite get out. It comes right across the goal mouth. And it's steered ahead. Kellison, he gets knocked down. Bouncing free. Now it comes over to Kellison again. Ahead to Davis. Davis just slides it out to center ice. And Hill comes over to pick it up there. 11-2 Massena on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 2.5 left to play. Dump back in the Massena zone. In behind the net, Tommy Post. He just kind of waved at it. And coming up with it there, the Raiders try to break it out to center ice. Uh-oh, here comes a chance for the Red Raiders. Breaking in all by himself. Cameron shot, score! And it's 12-2. And that's the hat trick for Cameron, is it not?
I think it is. Jason Jackson did a great job. It's got a little pond hockey out here now. Jason came out of his own end individually, and the two of them, both defensemen pinched down, one at the blue line, one at center ice, and you don't do that. And he saw Chris Cameron, who busted from his left side right towards center ice, and Jason Jackson hit him with a beautiful pass. Chris was in alone from center ice, and he didn't make any mistake. He looked A.J. Wise right up in the eye, and A.J. was sitting back a little bit, and Chris went right upstairs on the stick side. Nice shot. I think that is, Walter, is that 3 for Chris today? Is that his hat trick? We know Jake has a hat trick, and
Jason Jackson,
and that's Chris Cameron's hat trick.
So 9 of the goals scored by those 3 players, and McCracken's got one, and we'll cover that in the post-game show. Okay, Tommy Post with it behind his own net. Backhands it right in front to Jake. Jake moves it ahead. Cameron across the blue line and trying to muscle it through. Hewlett, his shot, score! Mike Hewlett. And a little backhander went right through A.J. Wise's legs, and Hewlett makes it 13-2.
Great pass in there, Mike Hewlett from Chris Cameron, and Mike breaking in from his right side, took the pass about, I'd say, 35 feet out, and kissed a backhander right off of the inside thigh, the right thigh of A.J. Wise, and found the back of the net, and that's going to be Mike's 3rd goal of the year.
So Mike Hewlett picks up a goal here, and it's 13-2 with 1:53 left to play in the 3rd period.
The Bears, as I said, they haven't stopped skating. They've had a lot of goals scored on them today, but they're sticking to hockey.
Here's Hewlett, backhand pass to Jake Morris. Morris races in the corner after it, looks up, looks to center. It can't quite get the handle on it, stays with it behind the net. And the puck bouncing around. Here's Jake, back to the point. Here's Beaubear, who's out there, to Tommy Post. Post has it poked away, and back comes Canton the other way. Jeremiah Foote brings it in on the right side. Beaubear takes him out of the play. The puck squirts in behind Tommy Post. 1:20 and counting. Post headman to Cameron. Chris starts it out. Here comes Cameron. Headman pass meant for Morris. Couldn't quite catch up with it. Comes back to the Massena line. And circling is Tommy Post. Post flips it ahead, and that's going to be an icing call as Cameron was the intended receiver, and he didn't quite get it.
That was one of those change in mass, again, Jerry, that the Bears go, all 5 of them that time vacated the ice. And again, the Raider defenseman was so surprised when he looked up. All he saw was white shirt. All 5 brown shirts were gone to the bench.
And had that connected, Chris would have been all by himself.
And you mentioned John Paul Bovia. He's a big youngster. He's only a junior. He'll be a big help to the Raiders next year.
Massena, a pretty good mixture of youth and veterans on this team. And both elements are really contributing this year. Puck kind of bounced right in front of the slot We got a penalty? We got a penalty with 49 seconds left. A hit from behind, I think, is what George Dobbins is indicating, and that'll go against Canton.
Looks like number 21, Mark Rose, who hasn't seen a lot of ice time, and then the coach puts you on out there and you pick up a penalty.
That was, I believe, the first time I've seen him this afternoon. And the coach is so mad he's making him stay for a minute 35 instead of a minute and a half.
That's right. They have a minute 35 punched up on the clock. Well, we have only 49 seconds left in this hockey game.
Off the face-off, puck in behind the net. Todd Manning, who's playing defense, moves it out. Here's Manning leading the attack, flips it ahead, and where is it? Bounced into the corner by Kellison. Puck around the boards, picked up by Jeff Burns, and Burns just shovels it down the ice. Manning picks it up from Massena in his own end. Manning now, long headman pass Kellison. Here comes Kellison across the blue line. Freddie, he just got wrapped up, and the puck comes in behind the net. Bounces free. After it is Chilton. Jason, back to the point. Manning winds. His shot deflected. High over the net into the glass. And Kellison goes after it with 8 seconds left. Kellison, ridden into the boards. It comes to Chilton. Jason digging around the goal, makes a good shift. Shoots it right in front. Shot, score, Kellison. Hey, that was a beautiful pass from Chilton. And Kellison scores. Is it a goal or I guess not. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but it was a beautiful play. I don't know if the time expired or not. Either they're hugging Freddie Kellison. I think they're going to pop it up there. But Jason Chilton, great job. Took the puck behind the net and drew 2 defenders and turned and threw it out to Freddie Kellison, who parked right out in front. Freddie didn't make any mistake.
I don't know. The green light is on here below us. So
Walter's
maybe
indicating that it did not time.
No, it is. They put 14 on the board.
Okay, Arnie O'Reilly kind of was looking that he was going to count it because he was trying to pick up numbers. That's what led me to believe that they were going to count it. But,
so the final margin of play is the Massena Red Raiders defeating the Canton Golden Bears on a score of 14-2. And a good game for the Raiders. And, well, I'll tell you, they were on top of their game, especially in that first period. Once again, the final score, Massena Red Raiders 14, Canton Golden Bears 2. Stay tuned for the post-game show.